Okay, last story. You forced me to talk about this. You said, this is the biggest news today, Lou. You cannot not talk about this. And you're right. To a certain extent, this is a thing. It's a tough topic. It's a weird. It's almost, it doesn't even, it's surreal. It doesn't, it's too many things 2020.
It fits 2020.
It's just kind of, it almost feels fictional. It feels like a story. It feels like a movie. Donald Trump tests positive for COVID in the middle of an election.
Yes.
With about, 30-something days to go to this election. Debates scheduled. Campaigning, all kinds of interviews and things. And I'm trying to think about what to say about this other than it's the most 2020 thing you could imagine. That just when you had this bubbling and this, there's so much, the social media thing, it's so much tension. Mm-hmm. It's so much tension you feel, that debate. Mm-hmm. Tension and tightness. And you feel that there's no other level you can ratchet it up to, and then you get this news. This guy is, I think, 74 years old. He's the president of the United States at the moment, a very influential nation, and COVID has been such a huge topic. Mm-hmm. The mask conversation has been such a huge topic. And now he has COVID. And there's three ways this goes down. And this is what I was saying to you earlier. He beats COVID easily, let's say, emerges, and then the base, people, supporters that are watching say, I knew we could do it. COVID didn't stand a chance. I'm ready to get back to work. Right? That's the number one. Number two, he has a rough go of it. People feel sympathetic, right? Because he's a human being, and that's the right thing. For the record, no matter what a person...
It's not what people say on Twitter.
No, it's not what people say on Twitter, but, what good is it to bring the thing you hate to anybody? Mm-hmm. In other words, if you're saying, hey, you didn't have enough sympathy, so I got no sympathy for you. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the way it works. I think if you pride yourself on being a sympathetic individual in general, then you got to apply it across the board. Mm-hmm. Logically and reasonably speaking. Now, maybe you curb it a little bit, but you certainly can't be out there wishing death on people. That's no way to live.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, it's on social media.
But everything's on social media.
Yeah.
That ain't no map.
Stuff.
That ain't no map for life over there.
It's not, no. But that's what people see every day.
Human beings, we have a hard enough time figuring out who to condemn when somebody's done something incredibly evil. We have a hard time figuring out what the punishment should be and if it's ever worth wishing death upon somebody for anything. So to just casually say that on social media, you got to question, you got to look yourself in the mirror if you're spitting that into the universe. It's kind of fitting that I said spitting, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because of the COVID spread. Anyway, so there's that. If he struggles with it and gets through it, I think that could also embolden the audience to you have some sort of a hero story coming back from the brink. And then if something goes terribly wrong, and I said I'm not wishing it, but it's totally possible he's 74 years old. The other candidate is 77 years old, Biden.
Yeah. First Lady is also infected.
First Lady's infected, but she's a bit younger. She looks healthy. Younger, I think she got it figured out. No. She got no problem. She's going to barrel through it. I'm just talking. But then the last option is something terrible happens and the whole thing, and people might think, oh, then it gets simpler. I don't think it gets simpler at all. There's a giant vacuum that's left over, and it's a weird way to head into this election. I don't know even how you do. I don't know what the rules are. You got the vice president, Pence, but I don't think it's closure for people on either side of the argument if that happens. And you've seen this happen in places where a leader, a high-profile leader, is gone for whatever reason, and the public, there can be a kind of
like you said, a vacuum
which results in a kind of unsettled
civil unrest.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I'm not suggesting anybody do that. Obviously, wherever possible, to get along and respect one another, that's what you should be trying to do wherever possible. The thing is, man, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about it. The thing is, it really feels as though people are watching things, and everybody's susceptible, myself included. It feels like people are watching things at such a distance, so isolated, based on how our lives are set up right now, that real life feels fictional. Similar to what I was saying in the beginning. It feels like it's almost not even real people playing the roles, in which case that distance allows for the natural human empathy to be suppressed. And you can watch it like an armchair quarterback. You can watch it as if the consequences aren't going to happen in real life, but in other words, they're happening in the imaginary land of social media that makes up your entertainment.
Yeah. It's kind of like a video game right now.
And it's not healthy for anyone involved. It's obviously not healthy for those that you're sending it out to. And of course, this guy is as guilty as anyone for having participated in the whole thing. But I think people don't consider enough that the effect that what they're participating in has on them. In other words, regardless of what anyone has done, to see and watch yourself and also participate in the experience of it, in the broadcasting of whatever negative take you're shouting out, that you own that now.
Yeah.
That's weight that's on you.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, just be considerate, I guess. I don't know. As much as possible, consider all the various factors that are out there. I don't know. What is this? A lesson? I work on this too, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to send a message. I work on this too, I think, before as much as possible about all the various angles associated with something, wherever possible. And of course, stumble and make mistakes all the time. But I'm just saying, the human stuff. Try to bring the human stuff. Imagine if the person was right across from you. Imagine if the person was a relative. Imagine if the person, imagine the person as a baby. Have you ever heard that before? I mean, everybody's been a baby.
Yeah.
You know, I have a baby. You look at a baby, there's so much potential. It could go any way. You have nothing but empathy and sympathy, and they need you. And we all came that way. We all started that way. We all developed. We all got our problems. We all got our issues.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, man, it's all people.
Yeah, we got to watch out for one another.
They're all humans.
Yeah.
And we're all humans.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, Jack just said that he's on the way to the hospital right now, I guess. So,
Stay
anyway,
safe.
It's Will's trying to end it over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we got nothing else to say. What can I say? Do your best.
Yeah.
Do your best.